Zoe, you're awake.
What? Oh, Wonkers, get off me! Ah, what time is it? Wait, where am I?
You're in the hospital, Zoe. In Casablanca. Don't you remember?
No.
You got really sick, and they brought you here to make you better. I've been watching over you. You've been in a coma for a long, long time.
I'm not sure. I'm confused.
You just woke up, Zoe. It must be strange to be awake again. Don't worry. It'll pass. You just need to rest. Go back to sleep now. I'll watch over you.
Wonkers, you don't sound like yourself.
You've been very sick, Zoe. You can't trust yourself right now. Just close your eyes and go back to sleep. You'll feel much better afterwards.
No, I can't sleep anymore.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to sleep.
I need to get up.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to sleep.
Stop it, Wonkers! Those vitals aren't too bad. Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Encouraging. Flowers from Liv. Thinking of you. I would hope so. No, this isn't really me anymore. Graduation day in front of Jammy Hall. I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps. Definitely prouder than me. Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years. Dad and me in Casablanca. Our 5th anniversary. Reza and I took the backtracks to Norway and a hydrofoil to Svalbard. We spent a long weekend travelling around the island. That's me in Cape Town. The Atlantic Ocean looks perfectly serene from here. When the megastorms aren't raging, of course, then not so much. Mum, Dad, and me. That was when we moved to Casablanca. It's a card from Karen.
Thanks for joining us. Things are generally going very well today. Wouldn't you say so, Marek?
Incredibly well, Rika. We'll soon be out of jobs, the both of us.
I honestly wouldn't mind one bit, Marek. Following up on yesterday's...
Good old Wonkers. For as long as I can remember, he's been there for me. Like a surrogate sibling and guardian. Best gift ever. But there's something not quite right about him. I can't put my finger on it, but he's not really Wonkers.
Are you tired, Zoe? You must be tired. Let's go back to sleep. I'll stay right here. I promise I won't ever leave you.
No, I don't want to sleep anymore.
You're not feeling well. I can tell. You're exhausted. And you're seeing things that aren't real.
I don't know what's wrong, but it's not me. It's this place. It's you, Wonkers. You're all wrong.
That hurts my feelings, Zoe.
You don't sound right.
You're imagining things, Zoe. You're very, very tired. Sleeping will help you feel better. You should go back to sleep. Just for a little while.
No. Locked. All that beach and sunshine, and I'm locked inside. Mum and Dad were always moving when I was growing up, because of their jobs. This must have been the 5th or 6th home we moved into. Karen's nice. She's been a good friend, and she makes great coffee. Get well, get better, please wake up, hope you recover, don't die. Where's that book you borrowed? Come back to us, all our love. Where were these people before my coma? The call button should really be next to the bed, although I guess they weren't expecting me to wake up from my coma anytime soon.
Someone will be with you shortly.
Not being in a coma probably helps.
Your call has been registered. We will send someone to your room as soon as possible.
You don't sound right.
You're imagining things, Zoe. Sleeping will...
No. It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe. Those vitals aren't too bad.
Why don't you go back to sleep, Zoe? You'll feel much better if you do.
Maybe Wonkus is right. Okay.
Wake up, Zoe. You must wake up. Come on, Zoe, get up. This place isn't real. You need to get out.
Was that April?
All nurses are currently busy. Please wait for the next available nurse.
Hola, sweetie. I hope these flowers will brighten your day. Love, Liv. That's cute. Liv's cute.
Thanks for joining us. Things are generally going very well today. Wouldn't you say so, Marek?
Incredibly well, Rika. We'll soon be out of jobs, the both of us.
I honestly wouldn't mind.
I
one
remember
bit,
falling
Marek.
in love with the place as soon as we got there. It had all these nooks and crannies, a balcony, and my own room with an awesome view.
Satisfaction has reached
There were
an
so many
unprecedented-
hiding places. Me and Mum. We played hide and seek all the time.
An end to war. an
When
end
she
to
came
violence,
after me, she would
and-
stomp her feet and shout. What was it she'd say again?
You said it, Rika. You
I-
said it.
I don't actually remember her voice that well. Or her face. Or that she was there with Dad and me.
Opportunity
Uh,
to escape
what just happened?
pointless existence for a life of endless joy.
Mum
and
was...
happiness.
She wasn't... Where was she?
Just
Okay,
another
that
reason
was
why
not
people
just in my head. Something's definitely going on.
are paying us to say that. But seriously, things are great. They are
Helena
so,
was never
so
part of our lives. It was just me and Dad. She abandoned us when I was an infant.
What are you doing, Zoe? You shouldn't be on your feet. Come on, I'll tuck you in and read you a little story, just like in the old days.
Helena was never in a family photo. It's a false memory. Helena was never part of our lives. It was just me and Dad. She abandoned us when I was an infant. Helena was never in a family photo. It's a false memory. I'm so happy to have Olivia Del Marco in my life. And Alien the Cat is hands down the best electronics shop in Casablanca. I can't wait to go back. When was the last time I visited her shop? That was ages ago. Did it close down? I remember something about... Shit. Am I losing my mind, or is reality glitching? Something happened to her, to Liv. Something terrible. Now I'm officially freaked out. Olivia. She's dead. I know it. I feel it. Liv had an accident. She's dead. She never sent me a get well card.
You don't look well, Zoe. You're probably seeing things. Please lie down, just for a minute. I'll watch over you. I'll sing for you.
Liv didn't send this. It's not real. I spent my 21st birthday in a coma. That's just sad. Hey, a message from Emma. Oh, she finally opened her gallery in Europolis. Nice. I'll have to visit soon. Jama sent me something. Knowing her, it's probably a list of exercises to get me back in the gym. Oh, an invitation from CTU to come back and talk about my experiences. What experiences? How to not succeed after graduation? Avoiding bed sores? Also, the event was 6 months ago. Fantastic. My surprisingly large circle of acquaintances has been busy talking about me in my absence. Now that I'm awake, I probably won't hear from any of them ever again. Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Encouraging. We always talked about going to Svalbard. It's such an incredible place. So majestic and so alien. And I was totally geeking out about going inside the Doomsday Vault. 5 years together. Almost hard to believe. Things have been rocky between us from time to time. It's amazing that we lasted this long. I remember we stayed at the... what was the name of that place again? And where was it? I don't remember any of it. It's weird, but I remember nothing from the trip, aside from talking to Reza about it and this photo. We were there, and we've been together for 5 years. Haven't we? No. No, this is wrong. This feels all wrong. We talked about going to Svalbard, but we never did. We broke up, and that trip, it never happened.
This isn't helping anyone, Zoe. You're just going to ruin everything. Please stop. Please go back to bed. Go back to sleep, Zoe.
This isn't a real memory. Dad's been away a lot, traveling, but we're still very close. I remember that day. We had one of our dad and daughter days. We walked around exploring the city, we went to a museum, and then we ate an amazing buffet dinner at the Wati Plaza Hotel downtown. Dad and me in Casablanca. Dad's been away a lot, traveling, but we're still very close. It's a card from Karen. Karen's nice. She's been a good friend. It's a card from Karen. Cape Town University has the most beautiful views. I spent so many lazy afternoons with friends, sitting on jammy steps and looking out over the city. I remember feeling like the end of my bioengineering degree was impossibly far away. I can't believe I actually made it to graduation. It's almost like a dream. Come to think of it, I don't remember much from that day. I was there, I was wearing a gown, but who else was there? Dad? Reza? And what was the ceremony like? I just can't remember. Weird. Something's wrong. The whole graduation thing, something's definitely wrong here. I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean, sometimes I wish I hadn't, but this is a false memory. I never graduated from Cape Town University. Oh my god. This isn't real. This place is a hallucination or a projection. I need to get out of here.
Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why...
Something's wrong. This place and you. You're all wrong. You're not you.
That doesn't make any sense, Zoe. Of course I'm me. I've always been me. Wonkers, your old friend. Your best friend in the whole world.
You look the same, but you don't act the same, and you don't sound the same. It's like someone put you together from memory, but they didn't get the details right. They didn't know you like I know you, and they probably figured it wouldn't matter. That's what's wrong with this whole place. It's made of memories, and some of them are not right. Europolis, Arcadia. I wasn't dreaming. They were real. This is the dream, or a dream made physical. By me. I made this, and I can see through it.
But I'm real, Zoe? Aren't I?
Of course you are, Wonkers. Of course you're real.
Are you sure you don't want to play a game? We haven't played a game in so long.
I'm sorry, Wonkers.
Okay, then. Promise to wake me up later?
I promise.
Nighty-night.
I'll miss you too, buddy. What's this? Is this a one-way window? Have they been observing me? Fuck.
Bib, stop that. It's not a toy. You could kill someone. Someone you don't want to kill.
Send for a healer, you cretins! My legs are broken!
What do we do with her?
I haven't decided yet. We have enough on Sister Alessandra to hold a summary court-martial and execute her. Or we send her to Sadia to stand trial. She'll face death. Or worse, a solitary life sentence in the black hole. To be honest, I think that decision should be yours.
She's murdered thousands, and she believes she's righteous. Nothing will be gained from sparing her life. Our people must know the truth. Alessandra needs to stand trial for what she's done in Sadia. She must stand trial, but we don't know what's happening in Sadia. Someone may want to protect her, and we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. What if we leave her here?
Leave her? Do you think that's a good idea, Kian?
Her crimes are against magicals. Let them decide what to do with her.
I can't imagine they'll show her any mercy. Very well, Kian. We'll leave Sister Alessandra in the hands of her prisoners. May the goddess have mercy on her soul.
Let me go, you fools. You're doing the shadows' work. Goddess, help me. Oh, it hurts.
What now, Kian?
We go back, and we end this. Can I count on your help?
You can. When I followed you here, I had no idea. I had my suspicions. I don't trust Vamon and Saya. They've been lying to us, and they're planning something. But I was blinded by faith and my trust in the Council. I followed you so that I could arrest you, kill you, if necessary, to have my eyes opened this way. A veil's been lifted, all thanks to you, and the Dolmari, of course. Your man Liko. I failed you. I failed our nation. And I'm sorry for that, Kian, for distrusting you. I should have known better.
Our friendship may never be the same, but we need to put this behind us and move on. He should have known better than to brand me a traitor. But I understand why he made that mistake. Our friendship may never be the same. Let's forget the past, Hami, and focus instead on the future.
Agreed. We need to act quickly before they learn what happened here.
There's one thing I must know. Who told you that Liko and I had gone to Kian?
Mother Utana. Don't ask me how she knew. Well, she has her sources. She urged me to follow you.
She wanted you to see this with your own eyes.
Perhaps so, but how would she know what I'd find here?
She trusted me.
Yes, although, if she already knew the truth, why did she say nothing? Wouldn't it be better to keep me in Mercuria and arrest Vamon and Saya?
I'm sure she had her reasons, Hami. Is your cloud ship ready to bring us back?
The fastest ship in the fleet. We'll be there in less than 3 days.
Enough time to lay plans along the way. I need your most trusted men to fight alongside the rebels, against Vamon's troops.
They will. There are fewer of us than there are of them, but we have the light on our side. We'll follow your command, Kian. To the first mountain, if it be so. What about the Dolmari? Liko?
He's speaking to the prisoners. He'll accompany us. I'll send for him. Liko will expect his people to be brought back to Mercuria, or given free passage to wherever they want to go.
I give you my word, as soon as the conflict has been resolved.
We'll have to leave young Bip with his parents, or I'm sure he'll try to sneak on board our ship. Bip, time to go.
Everything's ready for the ceremony, Your Excellency. The engineers have informed me that the engine is ready. Whenever you wish to begin.
My men have been posted around the city, ready to handle any unrest. Though I don't expect any. This being Reap Moon's Eve, most of the peasants will be too drunk to pay attention.
Is there anything else you need, Prophet?
You've done all I've asked. With the General away, there will be fewer distractions to worry about. The Office of Scientific Progress has proven itself a loyal servant to the Goddess. The support in Sadir has been unwavering. I am pleased with your work.
Thank you, Prophet. We live to serve the goddess.
Where is the first?
In her room, praying for the success of our mission. She did not want to overshadow this ceremony with her presence. Her humility makes her a worthy one of the six.
You deserve all the glory tonight, sister. You, and the commander, of course. When I activate the engine, a new era will begin. We will shape this world according to the wishes of the goddess. Magic will finally be eradicated. The transition may cause fear and unrest for a time, but I trust you to handle this with authority and efficiency.
Of course.
I must prepare. When I am ready, I'll send word to you. You will have the privilege of telling the people of this city they're witnessing the birth of a new era.
Harmy has returned. With Kian. He's joined the Resistance.
What? Who told you this?
They've been trying to recruit my men. Some have turned, though most have not.
Why didn't you inform the Prophet?
And have him cast us from the top of the tower. We'll handle this. The Prophet will never know.
Mother Utana and the First, they can't know either. They might interfere.
You take care of them. I will take care of the Resistance and Harmy. Once and for all. Soon it won't even matter. Tonight, once the engine is active.
We take control, yes, I know. I just... We didn't need this. Not when we're so close, after all that we've...
Don't worry yourself, sire. Proceed as planned.
Yes. Yes.
Long ago, when I was a boy, exploring the mountains close to my village, I met an old Dormari man, herding his stone goats. Our two people were officially at war, but there were still Dormari tribes near our village and some trade between humans and magicals. The old man spoke with kindness, fed me dried fruits and goat's milk, and told me I had magic in me, just like his grandchildren. When I returned home and told my mother, she commanded me to never speak a word of this to my father. And then she leaned in and whispered something in my ear I'll always remember. Magic, she said, is a part of everything. Magic is in the wind and rain, the stones and the ocean. It's in me, my mother said. And it's in you. Your heart, your mind, your blood. We've been at war with magic for most of my life. But I've never forgot my mother's whispered words. And I've always felt it in me. Felt that magic's a part of me. For decades, I've fought it, denied it, rejected it. Tonight, that fight ends, and another begins. This is no longer a war between humans and magicals. This is a battle for the very soul of our world. If you will have me, if you accept us, we stand with you all. We fight at your side.
Tonight, we put aside our differences, our history, our grievances, and we stand united as one. Humans and magicals, Azadi and Northlanders. We are all Arcadians. Our eyes have been opened to the truth of what's being done to magicals. The Prophet has deceived the Azadi people. The engine is a weapon aimed at us all. We don't yet know what this ceremony will bring, but if we don't act tonight, in the face of death, we shall live to regret it tomorrow. General Harmy will lead sorties against Vamon's men, force their surrender, and push through to the commander and sister sire. Those who refuse to lay down their arms We fight. As hard as it will be to strike at your own brothers, there's no other choice. Your goal is to apprehend Saya and Vamon, alive if possible, dead if necessary. You'll take your commands from the General. Any misgivings you may have must be put to rest now. I trust Hami with my life. And tonight, so shall you. Anik will lead a team to Coldstone to free Ulvik and the imprisoned rebels, along with Benrime Salmin, who risked her life aiding the resistance. The engine must be destroyed. We don't know what it's truly for or how it works, but the Prophet means to reshape the world using its powers. This isn't magic. It's something darker than sorcery. Something older and infinitely more dangerous. Let's stop it. Let's stop them all from destroying our world, from destroying magic. Let's do this in the memory of our absent comrades. Shepard, Bob who can see, Enu. There's been enough death. Come back alive. You've received your assignments. Prepare to move out. And when this night is over, let's all return here to watch the sun rise on a new Mercuria.
You know what to do, Kian?
Ferdows will shut down the engine from the control room near the green. In order to do that, he needs me inside the tower.
You'll go alone?
I've been inside before. It will be easier on my own. Anna will escort Ferdows and keep him safe.
I wish we could fight side by side tonight, but your task is more important. And more perilous.
You'll have the Resistance by your side.
I couldn't ask for better company. My men won't flinch from their duty. When they learned what was being done to the non-humans, and what the camps were for. I wish there was time to spread the truth further. But instead, we're forced to fight our own. We can only hope that most choose to surrender, rather than remain loyal to Vamon.
I'm sure they will, once they find themselves facing you. Civil war is a terrible thing, Hami. Most men shy from it. I don't envy you your task tonight.
We do what we must. Goddess protect you, Kian. If all goes well, we'll talk again soon.
We shall.
That was a good speech. They will follow you to their deaths if necessary.
I hope that won't be needed. It's enough to know that we stand united. It's what we've been fighting for. And I no longer have to feel torn between two worlds. Thank you for trusting me, Liko. For convincing me to bring you to Kian. I consider you my brother, Liko. Stay safe tonight. All right. Everyone looks ready. Let's do this. For Shepard. For Enu.
For Shepard. For Bob who can see. For all who were lost. For family.
Family.
Take care, brother. May your goddess smile upon you tonight.
Hami's men stand with us, but too many are still loyal to Vamon. It'll be brother against brother tonight.
I stand with you, Kian. And I'm not the only one. Look around. These men and women would all lay down their lives for you.
Anna, Elena, we haven't...
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not...
talked, and... Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Kian, really. I'm glad you're back and in one piece. We have a job to do. We can talk after.
Good, yes. After. We really should.
I'll escort Ferdows to the engine house in the green and watch over him while he does
whatever it is that he needs to do. Kian, are you sure we can trust him?
Do we have a choice? Yes, I believe we can.
Okay. He'll be ready when you found your way into the tower.
Something Harmy said. Utana learned of my trip to Kian from a trusted source. I wonder, did you tell Utana about Kian?
Alright. Yes. Yes, I did. I did it to help you. I trust the mother, I always have, ever since... Well, you know, you and her, you saved my life half a lifetime ago. I'm sorry for trying to help.
If you hadn't told Utana, I'd be dead now. So, thank you.
That's it. Thank you. We might never see each other again, and...
I can't give her everything she's hoping for, but I can at least say something to make her feel better. We'll see each other again.
Really? Well, if you say so. You have a lot to learn about women, Kian. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Elena.
Are we leaving soon? Because if we wait much longer, I'm afraid I'll just curl up into a ball and be of no use to anyone.
The streets are crowded with revelers, and the Azadi are staying out their way. There's no better time. This whole reaping thing is giving them the willies. It's way too pagan for our pious occupiers.
I'll find a way into the heart of the tower.
And we'll stand by and wait for you to contact us.
You still believe you can shut the engine down remotely, Firdaus?
With your help? Unless they've disconnected the pipes. Yes, I believe so. I know they're still waiting on the final calculations to be sent to the tower, so if we hurry...
Then let's not waste any more time.
Just get inside the tower and find the engine and contact us via the speaking tube. I'll walk you through the steps needed for me to take control, and then I'll force the engine to crash.
Crash?
If we feed it the wrong instructions, the engine will stop working. Like a cloud ship that, crashes into a mountainside. It's complicated, but really quite easy.
We'll have to take your word for it.
I've worked on the engine for years. I know how it operates.
Let's go. Be safe, Kian. If you die, I'll be very cross with you.
Goddess. The Reap Moon appears to turn man into beast. They're lining up for the ceremony in Tower Square. They must be curious. I don't envy them their guard duty tonight. I don't think they're enjoying the festival much.
When's the ceremony starting? We can't start before people have had a chance to get in. This bloody night never ends. This bloody night never ends. Dig well. Good elk. Nice sandwich.
Gather round, friends, gather round. A most joyful Reap Moon's Eve to you all. Witness. A magical abomination has appeared among us on this holiest of holy nights. It's an affront to decency and humanity. A foul, feathered, chattering... fowl!
Okay, joke's on me. Open this cage right now.
It speaks with the voice of the great necromancer.
The voice of the what now?
Hold your breath, feathered servant of the shadow. Keep your obscene beak shut.
Can't argue with the obscene beak bit, but I'm not liking this whole bonfire thing you've got going on. I smell charred feathers.
Soon the grand ceremony begins, and the great engine ushers in a new age of reason, logic, and humanity. And an end to sorcery. We cannot let this foul heresy poison the night with its squawks and feathery filth. This false fowl mocked me once before, and caused a fellow follower, a fair friend of the cause, great physical pain and discomfort. The man may never be able to drink without dribbling again, all because of this freak of nature. I, Honor Hilaris, candidate and faithful servant of humanity, will personally light the bonfire to rid Mercuria of this final remnant of diseased magic, honoring our ancient human traditions, and...
You gibbering coward. When are you gonna shut up and just go away? People are sick and tired of your racist tirades. If anyone here should be burned on that bonfire, it's you. Killing that poor bird is the complete opposite of what the reaping's all about. How dare you claim to represent humanity when there's nothing human about you at all?
Hear, hear!
And you! You're supposed to be keeping the peace, aren't you? When were you planning to put a stop to this? Are you just gonna let that madman burn birds and incite violence in the city you've sworn to protect?
We do not intervene in local tradition, madam.
Oh, do intervene. No one here would mind it one bit, I'm sure.
Local tradition? Local tradition? This farce has absolutely nothing to do with local tradition. We don't burn poor defenseless animals in bonfires on Reap Moon's Eve.
Well, it's not an animal, is it?
What?
I mean, it's magical. It's a talking bird. Not an animal, per se.
Technically, the man is not wrong. I'll give him that.
Of course, it's an animal. Magical or not, it's a living creature, and you should put a stop to this right now.
Yeah, what she said.
Sorry, madam, but unless an actual human is being harmed, we cannot intervene.
Ruddy coward. That goes for the lot of you, especially that pig. Cowards!
Humility.
Hello?
Certain poor,
Help me.
misguided individuals seem to be...
What do you want, bird? I don't have time for...
I know you. I've seen engravings. You're Kian.
Keep your voice down. Where did you see those engravings?
I spent some time in Sadir. I'm Crow, friend of April Ryan and Zoe Castillo.
You were a friend of April?
Friend, partner, sidekick. I came back to Mercuria to find you, believe it or not. And since you're the reason I'm in this predicament, you have to help me. And quickly, because soon, if things go the way they appear to be going, I'll be very, very hot.
I'm sorry, Bird, but I need to find a way into the tower, and time is running...
The tower? The Azadi Tower? Big, white, cloud-piercing edifice? I know a way into the tower. A secret way. Get me out of this death trap, and I'll get you inside the tower, I swear on my hatchling nest.
If you're lying, I'll snap your scrawny neck.
Cross my beak and hope to die, which is a distinct possibility. Quickly now, that madman won't orate forever.
Some of them. Some may even be said to be beautiful. But they are carriers of foul fevers and sorcerous contagions.
An odd vegetable, native to the Northlands. We have nothing like it in Arcadia.
Burn it with fire. The fire.
Filthy as sin, all of them. They reek of foul spirits and human sick. Welcome to Reap Moon's Eve, empty. Not surprising. I could use this to grab the bird's cage, but I'd be spotted immediately, and I can't risk sabotaging tonight's mission. No. I need to find a way to remove Hilaris and the crowd of onlookers before I can grab the cage. This seems like an obvious target for sabotage.
As we all know, I'm running for office in the City Watch,
This
where I
seems
can
like an obvious
personally
target for sabotage.
supervise the hunt for non-humans and magic in Mercuria. When I'm elected, there shall be nightly burnings. This bird is only the
Which one's
beginning
least
of our
filthy?
crusade.
Nope,
We've been
they're all. Goat's Hollow Winery. No. dragon's fire. They've even put a little fireball on the bottle. I'm not sure if that's an invitation or a warning. Purple Rose of the North. Purple Rose? This is supposed to be a wine. Grapes of Nedra. I'm unfamiliar with this wine. Northland's Ruby. Any wine that begins with the word Northlands does not invite enthusiasm. Marcurian Red. Plain spoken, but not particularly inspiring. Fire wine. From the markings on the dragon's fire, they've even put a little fireball on the bottle.
It's
I'm not sure if that's an invitation
sir,
or a
and
warning.
you appear to be uninebriated. For shame! Public intoxication is practically mandatory this evening. You're in luck, sir. Most stalls have shut down for the evening, but we're open and will remain open until the very last bottle has been sold. Which, from my experience, won't be too long now. The discriminating Northlander knows we're a notch above the rest. No Southlands imports here, sir. These bottles are tapped in the Northlands with wine from the tart purple grape of...
I'm sure your wine is more than adequate, merchant.
Oh. Very well. What can I get you tonight, most sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle before you buy?
I'm not some barbarian choosing wines merely by color. A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
Even this amount can probably kill a grown man. The liquor is eating through the metal taster.
I will leave no cornerstone unturned, no cellar door unlocked, no privy unexplored to find the last remnants of magic in our fair
Shadow! Burns like fire! Tonight we fight like dragons.
I have nothing to contribute to this other than get me out of this cage now.
Have you finished? I'll need the cup back, sir.
A thimble-sized taster cup. Dainty.
Hello again. Changed your mind, sir? Do you perhaps want a little sampler?
I'm not... A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir?
Along with this pagan symbol of witchcraft and wizardry, the Wicked Witch of the North.
Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5... 8... 9... 10... Odd. I don't remember the tasting cup being quite so expansive.
That ends tonight with cleansing fire!
This should be enough. Sounds like Hilaris is about to wrap up his mad ramblings.
So now,
I'll
I
just
shall
have
put
to
my
wait
torch to this
and watch.
pyre, and we shall watch the bird burn. Along with it. But enough talk! This bewinged demon, this symbol of sorcery, this affront to humanity, must burn.
Must he? Must is a very strong word. I'm not sure it's a word I'd use to...
Burn, you transmogrified necromancer! Burn!
Oh boy, here we go.
God save me! God save me! Help me!
You lot, break it up. Nothing to see here. We need to get him to a healer, now! God has protected us. He'll be lucky to survive the night. Right, party's over. Go on, all of you. Go home. Be with your families.
Good job. And now, get me off this blazing bonfire! Talk about cutting things close. I smell of singed plumage and smoke.
So, were you lying to me about that secret entrance to the tower?
No, I would never. Well, I totally would. That would be just like me, lying to save my tail feathers. But I was actually telling the truth. I do know a way into the tower. From below. No? Not making much of an impression on you. Okay then. Follow me, big guy, and I'll lead you through the darkness into the light. The light, in this case, being the tower. More specifically, that weird pillar of dreamy light rising into the center of the tower with all the rotating metal bits.
You mean the engine?
Is that what they call it? The weird thing with the gears and the levers and the metal whatsits? Then yes, the engine. What, you don't want to go there?
Lead the way, Bird, and fast.
Crow. And I'm useful again.